have a health alert tonight after Henrico Boy's overdose on a powerful painkiller that was mistakenly given to him by a well-known West End pharmacy. Tonight, investigative reporter Rachel DePompa explains how it happened.
Hunter Croxford is a little more active than most 6-year-olds. He has severe attention deficit disorder with autistic tendencies.
He has to take 2 of clonidine.
In the mornings and evenings, he takes medicine. On one morning 2 years ago, Hunter went from this hyperactive child to this. Disoriented, dazed, unnaturally calm. Here, he's overdosed on methadone, a powerful painkiller often prescribed to heroin addicts to help them beat their addiction.
It makes me want to just cry, honestly, because, I mean, I was there, when it happened, and it's just, you're helpless. You can't do anything about it.
On July 7th, 2010, Emily and Brian Croxford picked up what they thought was their child's prescription for methadone from the Westbury Pharmacy in Henrico County.
Took it into his daycare, had the medication with me, and I gave him his dose actually there at school.
The bottle, seen here from a photocopy, looks different. So did the meds.
The medication is typically clear. This is more of a rust orange color.
He says he thought it was just a new generic brand, but he called his wife.
I said, well, what does it say? And he says, well, it says methadone. I said, no, there's no way it says methadone.
Soon after, the school called, worried about Hunter. They said he was lethargic, unable to keep his head up.
I get there, and he's vomiting all over the floor and seizing.
The family ended up at the hospital.
Initial thought was, what did I do? Because I gave him the medication and I felt guilty.
Hunter was hooked up to machines, given an IV. Blood was drawn. He was sick and groggy.
They told us, don't be surprised if this doesn't turn out well. That's what they said in the very, this may not turn out well for you.
Hunter spent more than 24 hours in the hospital. He remembers some of it.
I had arm sock and I had to get a patch.
There's someone else who will never forget that day.
It's the worst possible thing you can feel.
Joseph Oley is the pharmacist at Westbury who made the mistake.
Whenever you make an error and there's a child involved, I mean, it stays with you forever. You don't ever forget it.
He says his pharmacy, which is family owned and has been in business for 50 years, fills over 1,000 prescriptions a day.
Initially when it happened, I mean, I was a wreck. You're worrying all night, you're crying. You hurt a child. There's nothing worse than that for a healthcare provider.
Not only do the drugs methadone and methylene sound alike, he says they sit right next to each other on the shelf. He was reprimanded by the pharmacy board and ordered to take an 8-hour course on medication errors and training.
I've learned a lot from it. We've changed the way we practice. We've also changed the way we teach.
Hunter was all smiles for our visit. His family believes he has a guardian angel.
We honestly think now at this point, Hunter's meant for something special.
The family wanted their story told to remind the community that medicine mistakes do happen. They say stay informed, know everything about your medicines from shape and color to generic brand names, and never be afraid to ask questions. Rachel DePompa, NBC 12 News.
Now, to look up your pharmacy's inspection reports and your pharmacist record, log on to NBC12.com. We've linked a database where you can search to our website.